What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Cardano today. ADA, ADA, however you want to call it. Cardano. This one comes to us at the request of Badman, I think it's Badman Crew, Badman Crow, Badman Crew, C-R-O-O, so I think this Badman Crew. This one's for you, man. This one's for everybody watching, but because of your request, we are talking about it now. And looking at this from bottom to high, just drawing a general fib on a monthly basis here. We're using the Kraken chart because, to my knowledge, this has the most historical data on TradingView that I could find. So, looking at it, actually, you know, maybe we should tell the whole story first. Let's go back even further in time. Let's get the first all-time high to the current all-time low. Wow, man, that's surprising. That is very. Maybe I should take this one. Maybe I should take. It's still not. I don't know. We'll go to the all-time low because it's technically the all-time low. Let's do that. Surprising that you didn't see the 1272. That's actually very surprising. But here you are down at the 618. You bounced off it a little bit. You couldn't even get to the 786. It does look like you want to go below the 618. And if you were to do that, I would say that anything from the 0.5 to the 382 would be possible for a price target. Potentially lower than that even. But at the moment, those would be the areas. This little bubble here is the area that I'd be looking for. Again, around 15.6 cents and 9.5 cents. 15.6 to 9.5 cents, somewhere in there. Previous topping range, previous support range, whatever. Same thing here, previous topping range, previous support range. So between 9.5 and 16.5 cents. Let's see if we can find anything that lines up with that on this fib. We're going to take the top there to the bottom here. So bottom to top, you did break below the 236. You found a little bit of support, but not for long. You actually tipped it on your way down, found support on the 382, and then broke through it down to the 0.5. Found resistance on the 382. Likely, when you see this kind of move here, you will likely go to the 618. Very likely. How likely? I would say very likely. I don't know how likely, but the 618 there is at about 13 cents, and the 6.9 area is right around 9 cents. So, does this line up with the potential area that I named off before, talking about the 382 and the 0.5 from this original fib? Yeah, it does. So this to me makes sense. I do think Cardano wants lower. I do not think it has a double bottom. I'm sure there's a lot of people who've been calling for it to have a double bottom here. Where's the volume? Where is it? If this is a double bottom, where is it? Why are we getting back to the top of this month and rejecting it right now? We only have 4 days left in the month. It doesn't look good. It definitely doesn't look good at the moment. I think Cardano has a bright future. You know, I definitely do think it's going to do well in the bull market. Very likely, in my opinion, break this all-time high. And where will it go? You know, while we're on the monthly still. Actually, I want to look at the RSI real quick. RSI doesn't look too good, to be fair. It's on the monthly. The monthly's kind of harder to gauge, in my opinion. I don't know. You're in the bullish or the bearish area of control, so I don't know. Maybe you go to the oversold zone, but you don't have to. You really don't have to. But where do I think Cardano's going to go in the long run? I would say, you know, from bottom to top here, you're probably still playing off of this range. You'll probably bounce off of the 0.5 or the 382 or somewhere in that area. On a closing basis, it might look more like you hold those lines. And then ultimately, because you did this with the 1272, if and when you came back up here, I bet you go through the 1272 and you make your way up to the 618. So likely a price of around $18, potentially further than that. I would say $18 to $20, maybe even further than that is totally possible. And being at 30 cents right now, that's really not too bad. That's actually pretty impressive, Cardano. Is this thing a 100xable coin? Well, with its current market cap of what is its current market cap? Where are you, ADA? I thought you were higher, man. Where'd you go? Am I missing it? Oh, there it is. Okay, Cardano. 10 billion is a 100x possible in this. 10 billion would, you know, 100x from the current price would make it worth $1 trillion. I mean, it's possible. I don't know if it's likely, and I don't think, you know, it's basically 11 billion. You would have a over $1 trillion market cap in the coming cycle. With how much hype and how much attention is on Cardano, and how much everybody is just like so hopeful that it's going to just, it's the one, it's the chosen one. Like a lot of people think it's just the best coin out there, when really it's just like every other coin. It's just full of promises, right? Ethereum is the only one that actually fulfills its promises. Bitcoin and Dogecoin are a little bit different because they don't have any promises. They just do what they do. You know what I mean? Bitcoin Cash fulfills its promises. I'll say that. You know, there's few coins that do it. Cardano has fulfilled some of its promises. You know, with the mainnet that came out and all that stuff, yada yada yada. But you know, it's still an idea that's yet to come into fruition. As is most crypto. I'm not dogging on this thing. You know, almost all crypto, even Ethereum, it's all promises that have yet to come into fruition. The only thing about Ethereum is that when they say they're going to do something, they might be delayed. They might take their time doing it. They might push it back, as they have done every single time. But they do get it done. They do the things they set out to do, which is impressive. Cardano, to me, it seems like they do the things they set out to do, but still has a lot to go. And to do a 100x from the current price, you'd be above $1 trillion. So I don't know about that. Could it do a 100x from 9 cents, like I was saying, or 9.5 cents? Yeah, sure. You know, from 9 cents, we're at 30 cents now. Okay, yeah, you're talking about basically a third of $1 trillion, so several $100 billion. Could Cardano be worth several $100 billion in market cap valuation? It definitely could. It's of all the cryptos out there, I think it's deserving of that. But who am I to say that? Maybe it never breaks this high ever again. Maybe that's possible, you know. But let's see. Again, if we were to go, it was around, what was it, 15.5 cents or 15.6 cents? Is that what I said? The original one, top to bottom. This, yeah, right there at 0.5. I actually had it right there. You know, if you were to go around $20, that wouldn't be a 100x. I would say that this 1618 is completely possible. I would more think, though, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you only go to $4. Maybe you go to $7. Maybe you get to $10. I'm starting to doubt that you break $20. I don't even know if you'll get to the 1618, and that's okay. You don't have to. You know that this thing will still see, even from the current price, if it was to go to the 1272, that's still a 13x. That's incredible. That's great. You know, and it'll probably do it in a very short amount of time, relatively speaking. So, without looking more at the long term, let's actually look into the short term of things. Get into it on a weekly. Yeah, the weekly RSI looks kind of bad. You're finding lower highs, lower lows. You're definitely showing weakness, but you've had a nice little run up here. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. You showed a little bit of strength and you gave it all back. The strong move that you had was a big wick to the upside with no volume. So I'm not really too encouraged by that. Since we are looking at the more immediate term, let's look at this thing on Binance. Still no volume. So yeah, I don't know if I like that per se. You are below the 50 or below the purple line. Fair is fair. On the daily time frame, you are below the 50 and you're below the purple line. You actually rejected the purple line, but you are ascending still, so it doesn't look half bad on the daily. You are showing a neutral RSI. I kind of think it looks bad because you've kind of broken out of this little structure that you had. You even came back and back tested it and rejected it. If today were to close red, you would show a rejection off of this 50, and that would really not look good. And there's a lot of cryptos that look very sick right now, man. Could Cardano follow suit with the rest of them, Bitcoin included? I think so. You know, if you want to prove me wrong and not see lower lows than this price, then you definitely want to hold, I would say you want to hold this line here, which you're kind of not really holding it, but maybe, I don't know, maybe something like that. You'd want to hold that line there. If you break below, too much below 30.35 cents, I would say it's over. I would say it's not over. It's just on to lower lows. That's what my opinion would be. You've got decreasing volume as you are consolidating up. It's very common to break these things to the downside, you know, especially coming into downside price action. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it in the short term. I definitely don't like it in the short term. You have shown respect on this 123 purple line here, and I would think that this implies that you are going to go lower. That's my genuine opinion. Looking at it on the 4 hour, we'll just do that real quick. You are bouncing off of the 0.5. You kind of topped off at an area you've topped off before, though. I don't know. Come on now. No, I don't want that. Let's see. You are you? Where are you? You are above the 50 on the long-term RSI as well, but you're battling this purple line. I don't know. maybe you move up temporarily. Maybe you come up even above this high, but I doubt you get above this high at 33 cents. Truthfully, I would expect that you go lower ultimately, but maybe you go up in the immediate term. The 4-hour doesn't look half bad. The hourly doesn't even look half bad, to be completely fair. So hard to say. You could just as easily go down from here, but if I was a betting man, and I would bet that maybe you make a move to like the top of this range here. Maybe you make a move up to 33 cents even. That's totally possible. But I would think that more likely than not, you are going to see a move that breaks this ultimately. You're going to go lower than this low here. That's probably all I got to say for this. That's all. I think that's enough to say. So yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I am not dogging at all on Cardano, man. I've said it several times throughout the video that I do like this coin. It's got a place. It's definitely got a community, and it is an established coin. It's an OG coin. And it's, you know, I think that it's going to do well in the coming bull market. I even very likely believe that it would break this all-time high. But I also think, you know, counter to that, it has a chance to not break its all-time high, which I wouldn't expect as much. But just seeing something like this where it's got all this hype around it, man. It's got all this hype. It's like blind fellowship of this thing. It doesn't encourage me, but at the same time, I don't know. Blind fellowship can get you places. I mean, look at Dogecoin. I love Dogecoin, by the way. That's not a dig at Dogecoin. I'm just saying hype in crypto does matter to a certain degree, but so do fundamentals. And Cardano sounds nice. It has a lot of nice promises, but let's see. Let's see if it actually gets used, if it actually gets implemented, if it actually sets out and does all the things that it promises to do. And if it does, could it be worth several $100 billion in market cap? Could it be worth $1 trillion even in market cap? It has a decent chance to do that, yeah, but you got a long way to go before then. And before then, I do think you take out this low. So without repeating the same stuff over and over again, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, leave a thumbs up. If you don't, you can leave a thumbs down. And leave a comment as to why you don't like it, But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.